back for another Inside Lansing, and we're here again with Jake Gourley. We saw you a few months ago. Thanks for coming back.
Hi, Neil. Welcome.
And today we are at TF South, but we're not necessarily just representing TF South. We're part of District 215, but you're also representing 158 and 171.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. So why don't you tell us what we're going to talk about here today?
We're going to talk about the process for students to register for school.
And that is a process, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So why don't we start basic and just talk about what are some of the schools and then the age brackets we're looking at.
Okay. District 171 serves students who live south of 186th Street, and the attendance centers there are Nathan Hale and Heritage. District 158 is north of 186th Street, and those attendance centers are Coolidge, Revis, Oak Glen, and Memorial Junior High School. And both of those districts serve kindergarten through 8th grade. I'm here at the high school, which is District 215. We serve all of Lansing and Linwood, 201st Street, and we serve grades 9 through 12.
Okay, well, that's a lot of students then.
Yes.
A lot of students to take and get in and register.
Thousands.
Yeah. So what are some of the dates we're looking at for registration?
At TF South, we have registration for upperclassmen, grades 10, 11, and 12 on August 7th, 8th, and 10th from 1 o'clock to 6:30 p.m. And then we have a special day, August 9th, just for freshmen at the same times. But the big day at the start of school, which for the high school is Monday, August 21st, and for the elementary districts is Wednesday, August 23rd.
So it's coming up soon. Let's get people in.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about what are some of the challenges you guys face with registration, including late registration?
Well, the most important thing is for families to make sure that they have their documentation in order to prove residency. And especially if the student is transferring in or they're a new resident to Lansing or Linwood, there's a little bit more detailed process in order to verify the residency. At the high school level, for example, sometimes we'll have parents come to book pickup expecting to enroll their child that day. And we actually cannot do that. It has to go through the district residency office first. And so, you know, if that applies to a family where they're not already in our system, it's really important that they contact the residency coordinator. Her name is Mrs. Holzapple, and her number is 708-585-2321. Once they've gone through her, then we can actually register and build a schedule for the student.
Did they come here then after that?
Yeah, they'll be notified once the schedule's in place, and then they would come through.
They go to the particular school that they have to go to?
Correct.
Okay. And are there any issues with late registration that people need to know about?
Well, unfortunately, we can't create a student schedule on a dime because everything is very tight in terms of sectioning and classroom space. And so unfortunately, if somebody enrolls after our book registration is over, there is usually a 48-hour turnaround because the counselor has to pull test scores or get records from a previous school. And then once that schedule is built for the student, sometimes that means we have to change the schedule building-wide in order to accommodate late enrollees. And so there will be a delay in enrollment for families that aren't fully in the system during the book registration period.
So it's not a simple show up and just join. I mean, this is a very dedicated process that you people go through to make sure that you put the students in the right place and the right fit.
Absolutely.
So we want people to know that this is something that, you know, the earlier the better so that everybody can get in and have no issues whatsoever.
Correct.
What are some documentations and maybe people they need to bring with?
The first thing is a photo ID, either a driver's license or a state ID that has the parent or legal guardian, their information, with a district address. So sometimes if people have moved and they haven't changed their driver's license over, it's a no-go from that. You've got to get that done first. And then the other document, one would come from Category 1. This would be either a property tax bill, a lease for an apartment that has the student's name on it, as well as the landlord's name and phone number. And then 2 documents from what we call Category 2, which is a gas bill, electric bill, water bill, vehicle registration, or public aid card.
So they got a lot of options available to them. Who would have to come with them?
The child needs to be with his or her legal parent guardian as on the birth certificate or as on court order documents. All this information also can be found on each district's website.
And are those the other resources they can look at, just the district websites?
Correct.
Okay. Well, Jake Gourley, thanks again for being on the show. We were glad to get the word out, and hope registration goes smoothly for you guys.
We do as well. Looking forward to meeting the class of 2021.